Okay, this is a typical FT8100 made by Yaesu, and we're going to do the Blue Led modification on it, and I'll show you how it's done. It's pretty easy. I'm the person that actually has discovered this idea. So this is what you do. You basically just turn the unit off, and you take the front panel out, just so you're holding it like this. And you need to unscrew the two screws in the back to get the back cover off. And as you can see, it's pretty easy. It's only a couple of screws to get the back cover of the display off. It may be a little bit difficult to get the cover off. While you're doing this, you just got to be very careful while opening it. There's a connector inside which attaches the back panel connector to the main board. So I'm going to detach the connector by pushing one side here, and it immediately snaps off. So as you can see, there's a few wires, the microphone wires. Okay, let me just show you here real quick. Just pull them upwards a little bit, and then you can see there's 1, 2, I believe that's number 3 lamp, and then number 4 lamp. Now these are typical 8-volt lamps that the factory uses. So we're just going to go ahead and unsolder the factory lamps with a hot soldering iron. And all you need to do is just remove the pins from the main board, and then they'll just come right off. Now I'm going to do this on each and every one of them. Okay, and then the third one, you got to be careful here not to heat up the wires. You may cause them to burn. So just be a little gentle on this side. Okay, you remove this one, and you're done. And then you take I usually use, you need a small pair of pliers, but I usually use cutting pliers because they're easier to grab the pin of the light, of the lamp, that is. So you just remove each and every one of them like this. So we're done with the removal of the lamps, and I think this one still has a little bit of solder onto it. Yeah, it does. So okay, so third one or the fourth one's out. Now, typically what you get with the kit, let me show you here, are basically 4 LEDs. You get 8 just in case, and now these little tiny dots that you see here on the screen are the little surface mount resistors. So now we've got to go back to the front panel and try to figure out which side is positive and which side is negative. Now this is quite easy if you're an electronics technician and they're used to monitor, like looking at boards and everything. So just this is the negative side, and you can tell if you use a multimeter for a continuity test and check the ground trace, which is like typically on a screw or the chassis of the unit, and check continuity between the negative side of the lead to the negative side of the chassis or screw. So to install, what we do is, here's the lead. As you can see, this is the positive lead, which is the longest one. So we're not going to solder the positive lead first, we're going to solder the negative lead. So what we do is we take and cut the shortest lead right about maybe about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. So right about here. Okay, so this is removed. Okay, you bend it sideways like this, and the LED is ready to be inserted. Now when you insert, you want to make sure that the bottom of the LED is flush with the circuit board. So you probably don't even need to add solder to this. You just take and solder the negative lead, you leave the positive lead upward, and we're done. Well, for one side that is, and one LED. Now as you can see, the resistor for the positive lead is right here. So we're going to take and remove that resistor and install the new one. So you're going to need a pair of tweezers for this.